Hey everyone, I'm back again, and this is a little simple mixed media layout. So I already started and then I thought, oh, this is working really well, I better turn the camera on. So I'm just using this tissue paper here and I'm just ripping random pieces and using my paintbrush to glue it down with this gel medium. So it's just going to apply it. It actually protects it so that nothing can soak in. It's sort of like sealing it into the paper so that if I did want to put some watercolor or any kind of medium over top, that it's not going to soak in or reactivate the tissue paper or anything like that. So this is just going to be the matte behind the photo, which is why I keep hovering that photo over the top to make sure that enough of it is sticking out. So you can see in the middle there, some of the pieces are darker because there's more, like a couple of layers of it, so you could play around with it and enjoy the process and see how it all differs and what's going on. So this is a video that's actually a bit choppy and changey because it keeps cutting out on me. I actually add some of the washi and some ripped paper and some sticker labels, the same, using the gel medium to apply it. That way it's protected. And we got this stencil in the kit, so I'm using that with some black paper and a makeup brush and just like smushing it through that stencil, just patting it up and down, not sideways so that it goes out of the stencil, but if you just tap up and down with not too much paint on it, then it comes out really lovely through the stencil. So it's a coffee kind of stain, coffee cup kind of spilt coffee, that kind of a stain, paint splatters, a stencil I mean. That's what it seems to be in terms of the shape, and then so I'm just going to put that around so that it's poking out from the photo, behind the photo, and adding a bit of texture to the background so that it's not just entirely flat. Even though the paint is flat, it's a different, it dries differently to what the tissue paper is, and it looks like a different layer, different depth going on. So putting it everywhere, because why not? On it goes. And I'm pretty sure this video, because this was a while ago, is before I even had my art journal, so I don't use the rest of that little bit of black paint to put in my journal to make a background. I just wash it off and clean it up. Either way, as long as it works. So I figured this was going to be my title, so obviously my video has cut out again, so I've matted the photo with some paper, just a plain border and then a left strip down the left there, and I'm going to use, and some of the tissue paper there, and I'm going to use those stickers to spell out cheese and fill in that bit of blank space on that photo where my title can nestle in really nicely. That photo is of my children when they were little. They were probably about 3 and 1, maybe even a little bit smaller. Oh my gosh, car, tune past, why don't you? And there's just my son taking a photo of my youngest with a toy pretend camera, and it was a cute little moment. So that was a cute little camera sticker there that I want to use, and I fiddle around with it. I'm pretty sure I don't end up using it at all. But there's that sticker up the top there, the top of the corner, that stays there, really goes really nicely with the blues and stuff that's on the background. I know that camera is, that's why I didn't use it. Oh, I just realised my layers aren't stuck down properly. So on I go with the glue. Is that camera had some yellow, and it didn't really, even though there's kind of some yellow in the photo, there's no yellow in the background of my layout, and that's not going to sit and fly very well with me at all. So pretty sure it doesn't go on there. Watch it go on there and just make a liar of myself. That'd be a bit funny, wouldn't it? Anyway, so hold it down because it's wet glue. It's going to take a little bit to dry, but it will work eventually. See? Didn't take long at all. Power of magic. Power of TV and editing. I always call it TV. It's YouTube. Calm your farm, Lauren. You're not famous. It's YouTube. Just got a couple of people watching, which I'm so grateful for. I actually have more subscribers than I ever thought I'd ever have. So keep them coming and let me know in the comments, and let me know that you're enjoying it by hitting like, and if you haven't subscribed and you want to, definitely go ahead because I appreciate them a lot. Anyway, so some of the photo needs to be popped up apparently, so on it goes, and just stick it in some double-sided tape. So this was early on in 2017 when I was still learning how to scrap the way I wanted to scrap. So I only really started to scrapbook and project life and all that in 2016. And then 2017 I did it more, but I also added in mixed media. So I'm just working out how to do it all as I'm practicing and enjoying myself, which is a lot of fun, really. So I now have a huge mixed media supply in my stash, and it's a lot of fun to be able to play with it all and see what works and how to use the mediums in a different way. And every time I make a layout, it's different, which is actually a lot of fun for myself. So I use Project Life and scrapbooking layouts in the same folder, in the same album, and I do all different types of sizes. So 6 by 12, 6 by 8, 9.5, 9 by 12, 8.5 by 11, 12 by 12, and anything in between, and all those kind of things. So stay along for the journey, because hopefully it's interesting and no two things are alike. There's similarities obviously, but I like to change it up and just go with the flow. If I find something new or inspired by something differently, gosh, give it up with that camera, Lauren. It's not going to work. Finishing up, so I've not got much more going on here. I'm going to add some more of the stenciled black there because around the photo, because it was missing some to the left and to the right there. There's not much going on there. It's just a little bit poking out. So I'm going to go back with the acrylic paint and the makeup sponge. And I just didn't want to make sure the tissue paper stuck down. I wanted it to be a flowy layer, flowy layer, so that it was free from the background but not so high as the photo. Good to have a bit of depth about your layers. So stick around for the rest of the video. You'll be able to see a photo of the close-up of the layout. Hopefully you've enjoyed this layout, and I'll see you next time. Bye!